Henry Ford built them, started building them back in 1917, and they used them primarily around World War I for food for the troops, farming and that kind of stuff. It's an all-steel wheel tractor, about 3,000 pounds, and it's pretty simply made, mostly kind of like a Model T. There's a lot of interchangeable parts with a Model T Ford. I bought it about 3 years ago. Been restoring it for the last 3 years. It's primarily a pulling tractor. They did have rubber belt system on it that they could run saws off it and different types of implements.
Yeah. And it's got this. Does it actually start with the crank?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, it does. I will have it.
Of course, this is the big thing to put on there. Live Better Work Union. This has been a union man's car forever, and it's union made. It was made here in the U.S. So it's a union car all the way. Hey, Leroy.
Serge Richards, so tell us about your Comet.
Well, it's a 1965 Comet Caliente, convertible, naturally. It has the 289 V8, which was very popular back in those years. They came with the 289 and they came with a inline 6. And this one right here has all been rebuilt from bottom up. So it's everything under there is all brand new. And she purrs like a kitten, of course.
You drive it around?
I drive it as much as I can. I tell you, I really enjoy this car. A friend of mine had it for 30 years, and I had been bugging him for a good 10 years to try to sell it to me. And it wasn't really for sale. And finally, last year now, year and a half, he finally says, okay, so he sold it to me. So
nice.
I traded him my old 52 MG that I had, plus some cash, and I got the car that I've been wanting. And enjoyable. Top goes up, got a heater. The other car, the top went up, but there was no heater in it. So here I can keep the wife comfortable, and I can even play a little music. I love going for rides out in Western Mass up here. They got so many beautiful roads, so many scenic views. Going up through New Hampshire, the Mass New Hampshire line, you get a lot of covered bridges. There's a lot of beautiful drives out by there. If you want to go and you want to keep it under the speed limit so you can see what's going on, you know. But the car will go way above that, but I don't need to prove that to anybody at all. Just when you want to pass somebody, give it a little bit of juice, and she'll go.
Nice to cruise in. I bet you get a lot of nice looks too, right?
Oh yeah, a lot of pretty young girls. They all say, boy, look at that old man over there. Oh, that's his girlfriend over there. Oh yeah, old couple. That old couple over there. Gotta love it. I bought it from a friend of mine, Kevin Merriam, out of Westminster. And he had it for 30 years. And then a friend of his had it for 5 prior to that. So I know the history of this car for the last 37 years. And I don't know if I'll make it that much longer in my life, but I plan on keeping it for a long time.
Well, you finally got it, and you got the hat for
And
it.
I got the Comet hat. Of course, we belong to the MAAC, Mid-State Auto Club. Great auto club. Oh man, it's one of the greatest around.
I've had it about 16 years. It was my first car when I was a kid, just like that. So that's why I bought it.
Yeah? Did you restore it?
No, this is why I bought it, as you see it.
Wow.
Right here.
Drive around in it?
Oh yeah, all the time. We usually go to Market Basket on Wednesday nights,
Yeah.
PACC on Fridays. We've been up to 119 Diner and Ringe. Then we go to the last show of the year, will be up in Orange Airport, October 9th.
It's a beautiful car.
Thank
I
you.
love all the chrome inside.
Oh yeah, it's loaded. Yeah.
So do you get inside? Do you feel like you're back in the
Oh yes.
in the 50s and
Right.
60s?
When I was a kid.
Did you have the same color Galaxy?
No, the other one was turquoise with a
Okay.
white roof.
And how does she run?
Nice.
Yeah?
Nice. Very good.
How big the engine?
390.
Wow.
300 horse.
8-cylinder?
Yeah.
Wow. They built them strong then.
Oh
didn't they?
yes. And it goes just as fast as it looks.
It's in great shape.
Thank you.
Well, thanks. It's a beautiful car.
Thank you.
So, this is Brian Rich with his 1968 Corvette Stingray T-Top. And how long have you had it?
10 years.
Yeah? And what do you like most about it?
The style, it's got a lot of power, and it's real easy to drive.
And now the style changed in this year, right?
Yeah,
Can you
this
tell
is
us
the
a little
first
bit
year
about
of this style. It carried on all the way through until 83, before they changed the style again.
And you've got the T-top, right?
Yeah, and it's got the metal bumpers, or chrome bumpers. And the next style didn't have the chrome bumpers.
And you were saying the T-top is more a little rarer, right?
Yeah. There's a lot of convertibles that year. There wasn't a whole lot of T-tops that were made.
All right, we're with John Beauregard, who has a Tempest that we understand is a fairly rare car. Can you tell us about it?
Well, I bought it out of a guy up in New Hampshire, and I just happened upon it sitting on the side of the road. I dropped off my buddy's boat up in New Hampshire, and when I seen it on the side of the road, I fell in love with it. And since then, I've just been working little by little and putting it back together.
And you said that this is the original color?
Yeah, this is the original factory color. With all the everything on it is all the chrome and everything is all the original chrome.
And what year is it?
66.
1966. And you said they only built these for a couple of years, and it
Yeah.
morphed into what, a GTO?
Yeah, they only made these for about 4 years, and that's it. And they were done.
And they only made how many?
They only made about 64 in the 2 doors. In 4 doors, I'm not sure exactly how many they made on the 4 doors. That's about all I see around right now. You get parts from is the 4 doors. And getting parts for the 4 door and the 2 door are a little bit different.
And what are some of the things you've done to this?
I've done the engine over, the interior, and the rear trunk.
And some chrome work too?
And I just polished up all the chrome to get it back to original color.
How big is the engine?
350.
Yeah.
It's a 1976 Pontiac 350 in it though.
Okay.
What happened to the original motor? I don't know. I'd love to find out.
So this car is basically, from what you were telling me, the platform that became the GTO.
Yep. Yep. The GTO came out in '64, and then they came out with a Tempest Custom. It was the sport model of the GTO.
And this is a custom, so you can get different options for them?
In '66, they came out with a different options you could get. And this one you could have window tinted windows, which is electric windows in all of them, and all that different other stuff. And this is the factory AC in it.
Good job, Pat.
So we're with Brian Tangway of the Narragansett Historical Society. Nice turnout today.
Had a great turnout. I think it's a little better than last year too. We had so far 65 cars that registered, but we missed a few. Some of them come and go, and it's hard chasing down the owner when we're trying to chase down 5, 6, 7 guys at a time. So, but we filled the common, we filled the Boynton Street grass area, we filled the whole front of the museum, and people are coming and going and spending a lot of time here, which is really nice, and everybody's enjoying it. They like the variety, the fact that we have tractors, snow blowers, trucks, cars, vans, just about everything, motorcycles. A nice antique military Indian that just showed up and parked on the side of the road because he saw the show and figured, awesome. Yeah, he's a beautiful bike. And it brings awareness to the Historical Society, which is what we're doing. I'm still the president. They haven't kicked me out yet, so so we're having fun, and it's of course a perfect day. Was it 67 degrees and sunny, so you can't go wrong on a fall afternoon.
Tell us about the bicycle we just saw Seth ride.
That was my son Seth, and we taught him how to ride that bike. It was restored by Roger Bryant back years ago, I don't know, 1970, and he restored it so you can ride it in the parades, and he gave us permission, and of course it is our bike, but it was restored by him, so he did a beautiful job. He's no longer with us. His bike, one of the Bone Shakers, is here on loan, so we take that one out and go riding, and then once in a while my son, either Kurt or Seth, take it for a ride. That one was, did I say 1880? The Bone Shaker was 1866, and those were designed to go in the in an oval track. And they actually charged you 50 cents to go for a ride on that oval track back in 1860.
And that has wooden wheels, right?
That had a wooden band around a steel wheel that was made by a blacksmith. The thing weighs probably close to 100 pounds. It's all cast iron, and they call it a Bone Shaker for a reason. I took it in the Winchendon Parade, and I rode it for 3 miles, and I think I was sore for over a week and a half in parts of my body that I didn't know I had pain. So yeah, it was interesting, you know. And the bigger bike is a little easier to ride than the Bone Shaker.
Now, were those the earliest bikes?
Oh no, there were earlier ones than that, but it's all we know about. Roger was an expert in antique bicycle collecting, and he had some beautiful bikes, some of them worth $20,000, $30,000, stuff you never see in museums. So that's why we were fortunate at the Narragansett Historical to get him to leave us at least one of his, you know, in his collection. His family is willing to keep it there too, which is a nice gesture on their part to keep Roger's name alive, and of course we keep his picture on the bike, even though it's our bike. He did it, he saved it, so we still call it his.
Great. And you've got your own car here.
Yeah, I brought my 70 GTO just to get it to see some daylight. And through the summer it was too hot. 90-degree weather is not the time to be riding an old car. They overheat a little quicker, so it's nice in these 60-degree days to get out there and go riding around. The motor loves it, and of course everybody's having a ball here, so we're not sweating in the sun. We're sitting in the cool breeze. Next year we're going to have more people here. Yeah. Mark my words.
Where's your favorite place to take your GTO?
We usually just take it out on a Friday night and go to a different place for dinner.
Yeah.
go up into Ringe or up in Peterborough and Keene, all over the place. So we travel all over. We hit a different restaurant every Friday night, so we'll take the car out.
Larry Bankowski's here with his, it's a GTO of what?
No, it's a 1970 AMC Javelin, SST Mark Donahue edition.
Yeah?
We made 2,501 of them.
No kidding.
Yeah,
And you own one of them.
and I own one of them. Yes, I do.
How long have you had
I've
it?
had this since November of 1973.
Taking good care of it.
Yes, it sat in the garage for 26 years before I took it out and
Oh yeah?
restored it again. Yeah.
How much work did you have to do on it?
Not much. I had to repaint it. The paint was kind of faded and chipped a little bit on it. I had it repainted roughly about 15 years ago. The local guy did the painting on it, painted the stripe on it.
Yeah. The original color?
The original color. Yeah.
Nice. How big is the engine?
390.
Mm-hmm.
390 cubic inch. Had that rebuilt by a local guy.
And how often do you take it out?
Just in the summer. Store it in the winter.
Any favorite rides?
Just cruise around town and try to hit the car shows locally around with it.
Very good.
Yeah. It's,
Oh,
enjoy
it's
it.
nice looking, very sweet.
Brings you back to your kid day again.
Yeah. Now, do you get any offers for it? Anybody says, hey, I'll...
I've had a few people that have asked if I was going to sell it, but it's not for sale.
Good for you.
No, I've had it too long.
Okay, so we're here with Chuck Kuchar and his 1972
Yep.
Plymouth Satellite, right?
Yep.
Tell us about this car.
It's originally, it's just a satellite. It's not a Roadrunner.
Mm-hmm.
It's been turned into a Roadrunner clone. Originally came with a 318 two-barrel, and at some point in time, it got turned into a Roadrunner clone. It's got a 440 in it. Heads are ported, big cam in it. Automatic transmission with a shift 2500 stall converter, shift kit. It's got a 410 Dana rear end, and it goes really well. I've had it about 3 years now.
Mm-hmm.
I've been into muscle cars my whole life, got out of it for a little while, decided to get back into it. I had an Olds Cutlass before this, and it just wasn't doing it for me, so I sold that. Found this on Craigslist out in Northborough, and I've had it ever since. And I've done really nothing to it. What you see is exactly the way I got it.
Mm-hmm. And how do you like, you like the muscle cars, how do they compare to cars today?
They're not even the same.
Yeah.
You actually have a feeling that you're in something solid when you're in a muscle car. Everything today is all plastic, it's all fabric, it just doesn't even feel right. It's just not the same.
Mm-hmm.
You drive something now, you don't even get the smell and the feel of it,
Do you have any favorite rides where you like to take this in the area?
Pretty much I just putt around town,
Mm-hmm.
go to the cruise nights around, hit some of the back roads and get on it.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Great.